Listen to me. Traore is trying to tell Putin that what Nigeria said about Simon Ekpa was not true. Hello? He's telling Putin that, and Putin himself knows about it and is aware of it. So, you know, Putin, Russia was the one that colonized Finland, remember? And Russia, Putin knew how Finland got their independence. So the same process and procedure was what the PM himself, Simon Ekpa, it was the same process and procedure. So Putin understands. And that is why he is ever ready. And the sun is coming, but he's waiting for us to make a move. He will back it up. And we will get what we want. Whichever way Nigeria wants it, and UK, the British.
So he's trying to vindicate Simon Ekpa.
Yes, Simon Ekpa has been finally vindicated. He has been finally vindicated. Don't you see? Don't you see that those people that they say that they arrested together with him have been released freely without any charges? That is to tell you what they are doing is normal thing. You understand me? So don't worry. The spirit of Biafra is still moving. Thank God he has catch up with Traore of Burkina Faso. It will still reflect to every other one. They will keep talking it. A day can still, a day is still coming. If Nigeria, President Buhari, Tinubu, they not caution their steps with their military. It may come. If it did not release our leader, it may come. There's every tendency of that. You understand me? And a glory be to God, because it's not going to be Nigeria today or Putin alone. Traore will be involved. Mali will be involved. Burkina Faso will be involved. Senegal will be involved. And Cote d'Ivoire is already standing by. Congo and the rest, they already... See, let's forget. You understand me? Remember, if you go to, what is the name of this country, you will find out that even we, the Biafrans, we dominated there. Even we have ruled as their president. So, what Putin is still waiting, he doesn't want to be the one. Let people not say, it's Putin that, you understand? He's waiting. And I thank God for Traore, who reminded him again. You understand? And God will bless Traore. And I pray that other continent, other presidents, other people should reason with this young man. He has a very good vision. And he has a very good future. He has a very good plan for not just for Burkina Faso, but for Africa, just as Nnamdikanu. I remember my humble self-evangelist, Benjamin Johnson is the only Biafran evangelist that speaks the truth and nothing but the truth, and ready to end by it. And I will continue to speak the truth. Thank God the spirit of the truth has moved. It is no longer within the evangelist, it is now outside the evangelist. And it has catched up with the president, the younger president of the whole world, the younger Traore of Burkina Faso. Are you getting it? These are the men. It's like they are coming in the angle of Nnamdikanu and Simon Ekpa. The man sat down and saw what these people saw as well, based on what they are agitating for. Are you getting it? And glory be to God who gave him the wisdom, the inspiration and the direction and the boldness and confidence for him to rise up for the liberation of his people. Let me tell you, Traore have liberated the Burkina Faso from long time bondage. Imagine a country, a sovereign country of their own. Their own bank is not being built in their country, but to be built and controlled and managed in a foreign country. The people that colonize them, that is France. Are you getting it? Thank God for Putin. Thank God for Putin. who have seen this and God. In fact, it's God that touches Putin and use Putin to liberate these people. And which I believe by the special grace of God, one day God will still touch Putin to liberate Biafra from the garbage of the UK, from the cage of the UK they have caged in Nigeria, and which Nigeria use that same mentality of cage, captivity, to withhold the freedom of Biafra. Because they have seen it that, let me tell you, I was in one of the interviews, if you remember, I said that the problem of the Biafran is not Nigeria. Nnamdikanu in detention was not Nigeria that kept him there. The people responsible for his kidnapping and being detained were the British. And that was up to today, they have not said anything. Neither have they done anything. Why? Because they don't want anybody that will come up as a light to enlighten the people. The Westerners are wicked. The Western world, they are wicked. Look at what happened to Libya. If you're mentioning Africa, Libya remains one of the best and strongest country within African region. Do you know how much was their currency? The NAS. For you to even see it, it's pursuing dollar. They are way together. Are you getting it? But because the Western world have seen it that where this man called Gaddafi is going, if they should allow him, the same thing that Traore has seen now is what Gaddafi saw. And Gaddafi was planning it that time with our late president, the one that they called the wicked man. I mean Abacha. Abacha never traveled more than 4 countries. And those countries were within Africa. But things were very better to compare now that we have presidents that travel more than 1,000,000 times without coming home with any good report. You understand? Him and Gaddafi was planning as at their own time on how to make Africa a better nation, a better continent. Are you getting it? So when the Westerners discover this, they eliminate Abacha. First and foremost, let me tell you how they do. They will come into the country. Exactly what Nigerians are doing now against the Biafrans. They will come in between, buy 1 or 2 persons, buy them over, and make a promise. They will reach an agreement. So they will now use those people against any government that wish or that want to do anything good for their people. Are you getting it? That is how they do. Then another thing, they went to Gaddafi's country, Libya. They buy some set of people and they use them against Gaddafi. Now today Gaddafi is no more. Go to Libya, they are suffering. They are regretting it. Because they don't know the coverage. Let me tell you, before Gaddafi died, if you are a citizen of Libya at the age of 18, you are entitled, quote me, you are entitled of at least at all, you don't have, you are entitled to have self-contained of your own. As a citizen of Libya, you are entitled every Friday, you go to POS, that money is from the federal government of Libya. You go to POS, you have your ATM, you go to ATM machine and withdraw some cash every Friday for your weekend. For you to see how Gaddafi planned Libya. And see, if you watch it now, this young man, Traore of Burkina Faso, have captured that angle now. And that is why he's pushing it to make sure that that vision of Gaddafi concerning African continent must be achieved. If you watch now, they have separated themselves because they have discovered that the current government of Nigeria, who claim to be the giant of Africa and the ECOWAS leader, is that not so? Is still dancing to the tools of the British, of the Oyibos. It's not thinking anything good, not just for Africa, not just for Nigeria, not even for the people. He only think everything that the West world will enjoy. They don't care about it. So now, my prayer is that God will protect President Traore of Burkina Faso because of this good vision which he had. And I thank God for giving him that revelation, for opening his eyes. And I give God the glory for the alliance that which he has formed. And I thank God for him bringing the case of Simon Ekpa and nnamdikanu, coupled with his own vision, and present it before the Putin. You know, he thanked Putin based on what Putin has laid on the ground. Are you getting it? For their own complete what? Freedom. Soviet, as a Soviet country. You understand me? So that's why he appreciated Putin.
Finally, seek to help Nnamdikanu and Ekpa skate through this Biafrans as a nation.
Of course, let me tell you this. Putin was expecting the Biafrans. As at that moment, that very year that they kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu, he was expecting the Biafrans to react. And if you watch, Putin came down to Africa, Niger, to be precise. You understand? To help them. Immediately they overthrew their government, their president. You understand? And Nigeria, your president, Nigerian president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, in the name of ECOWAS leader, rose up. He want to wage war. And the people stood. You cannot come and tell us what to do in our country. You can't decide for us. You see, when there's Putin now look at it and he saw that these people have rose up to face the country, he now, oh yeah, okay, let's support them and give them what they want. That was what he was expecting from the Biafra at that time. You understand? Which is not yet late. It's not over yet. A day can still, a day is still coming. If Nigeria, President Buhari, Tinubu, they not caution their steps with their military. It may come. If it did not release our leader, it may come. There's every tendency of that. You understand me? And the glory be to God, because it's not going to be Nigeria today or Putin alone. Traore will be involved. Mali will be involved. Burkina Faso will be involved. Senegal will be involved. And Cote d'Ivoire is already standing by. Congo and the rest, they already... See, let's forget. You understand me? Remember, if you go to... what is the name of this country? You will find out that even we, the Biafrans, we dominated there. Even we have ruled as their president. So, what Putin is still waiting, he doesn't want to be the one. Let people not say it's Putin that... You understand? He's waiting. And I thank God for Traore, who reminded him again. You understand? And God will bless Traore. And I pray that other continent, other presidents, other people should reason with this young man. He has a very good vision. And he has a very good future. He has a very good plan for not just for Burkina Faso, but for Africa, just as Nnamdi Kanu. Are you getting it? So there are people of like mind, and the Putin is watching. Any slight mistake, he will appear, he will support. But I pray nothing will happen to President Traore of Burkina Faso. God will protect him.
But within a country like you are talking about, Russia, the Niger, the Malians.
The Malians.
Yes, the Malians.
The Malians.
The Niger, Burkina Faso and the rest. So, but we've seen, we've seen President Tinubu recently associating with Macron, the French president, even the British. So do you not think, as regards to Nnamdi Kanu even still in detention, do you not think the British, just like you said, do you not think the British are the ones even instigating or even telling the president to keep Nnamdi Kanu hostage as regards him, bringing light, creating the awareness down to Africa?
I have said it. Why are you still coming back to this? I have told you. Okay, I have told you this, and I am repeating it again. Let me tell you this, in case you don't know. According to Nigerian Constitution, Section 238, subsection 1, said, 1, the AGF, Attorney General of Federation, have right after the court. You get it now? The court of the land is the one that have the right to justify the man, and which they did, and they have done that, done and dusted. Are you getting it? There are 3 categories. Number 1, the AGF, Attorney General of the Federation, have the right to tell Mazen Nnamdikanu go home. The AGF. 2, the president himself, being number 1 citizen of a country, have the right to tell him, or you go home.
So what's not keeping
then the 3rd party, according to the constitutional right of the young man, the 3rd party are the British, which his passport indicated that he's a citizen of the British. So he's a British what? Citizen. Are you getting it? And the same British are the one that colonized Nigeria. So, and this young man is holding their passport as their citizen, which they are the 3rd party that have the right to demand for his freedom. And they did not do it. 3 of them failed. You understand me? Okay, look at the case of Simon Ekpa. You understand? Because he was holding Finland what? Passport as a citizen of Finland. Nigeria have tried everything to repatriate him. But Finland said, no way, this is our citizen. According to the law. And by the law of the UN. So they are not playing against the law. So they make sure, Simon Ekpa, you go nowhere. You see here, we will treat every fuck up, we treat it in our country. You are our citizen. Of which, as I'm talking to you, is a free man. Because all the allegations na Nigeria leveled against him, terrorism charges, Nigeria within themselves, one after the other, have withdraw them all. The terrorism, they withdraw it. They ran away because even the Finland was like, okay, let's go to ICC, go and defend, go and prove it. They ran away. That is to tell you no truth. So what I'm saying, and I've said it before, the people behind Mazen Nnamdikanu remaining in DSS is not only Nigeria, but not even the Southeast. This one that we say, Southeast governors, Southeast politicians. Don't you think? Hello? Are you telling me that there are some Yorubas that are not against Tinubu? Are you telling me that all Yorubas supported Igbo? If Mr. President want to balance the equity, Igbo is supposed to stay behind bar. It doesn't supposed to be working freely. The same Igbo submitted the letter to the same UK, in the same UK land, and they allow him working freely in that country. And you get it? No, if you want to truly balance it. But because this one is an Igbo man, agitating for what? Separate. And let me tell you, the British doesn't want this. Number 1, the number 1 reason is this. They are still angry with the Igbos because Igbos are the first people in Nigeria that take the life of the British. During colonialism, in case you don't know this. The first place they even decided was in Calabar. That's why if you come all those Uyo, Akwa Ibom, whatsoever, they are fair in number. You understand me? They now move the capital, yes, away from there. It started in our Calabar side. They move it down to this way because of their attitude towards the Easterners. And we change it because we have culture. We change it for them. You cannot come here and be messing up with our women and our people. So we let them know we have culture. You understand? Over that side. That was why they ran away from the east and they pull out the capital and they move it down to Lagos, in case you don't know. It was formerly in the east. Capital was formerly in the east. You understand me? So all these things, that is number 1. The reason that anger was still in them. And two, Biafra man, being Mazen Nnamdikanu, is now saying he want to separate Biafra from Nigeria. You know, when he now remove Biafra from Nigeria, definitely the source of their major source of income, which the you know how much British are making in Nigeria. Do you know how much Lagos State is making in that what is it called, in the seaport? Do you know how much? Once Biafra pull out, the percentage they are making in that seaport will come down straight ahead. Out of 100%, the British are making 60 to 80% of what comes. They are getting it of what comes from the seaport in Lagos. In case you don't know, go when I finish, go and Google it, go and verify, do your findings. They gain more than you. And they once these people, called the Biafran people, pulled out. And you know, when you talk of importation of in this country, they are the most populated people in terms of importation of goods. You know that. And they are the people paying the tax, paying the bills. So by the time you remove this from Lagos, from Nigeria, and you take it to Biafra, and they themselves, even the oil and other things they are getting from the under Nigeria, will be cut off from them. You understand? Everything will be centered and managed in Biafra. Everything will be cut off from UK. So you see why they say keep Mazen Nnamdikanu behind DSS. Don't free him. He want to take food away from us. For how long shall you continue to eat where you did not sow? Your own country, because the tax you are feeding on, how many times have you shared that tax money to the Biafra or to Nigeria, or with Nigeria, or with any other part of the country? That is to tell you how greed the British can be, how wicked they are. In case you don't know, the people that the British colonized are now running away from them. King Charles traveled to Australia, they chased him. They chased them away. Him and his Antola out of Australia. You know, they are the one that colonized Australia. They chased them away. They chased them back. That is to tell you how terrible they are. You understand? So I'm happy of what is going on, and I pray that Traore has woken up and God will strengthen and help him with the help of Mazen Nnamdikanu, because I know one day he will be surely released. Putin is already, thank God, it's God that is pushing it this way. Using now, it is no longer me and my brother now. It is now Traore, Burkina Faso, a man, a president from another country, taking the matter up now to Europe. Are you getting it? To one of the most powerful nations in the world. In everything. In everything. Russia is where to
okay,
do.
So according to Traore, he said, was telling Putin that, enough of the Western nation, he thanked him that, for helping them through as regards the Western nation coming to African to exploit and
to
take
open their eyes. He's thanking him that he has finally opened their eyes to understand what they did not know before.
Even taking their mineral resources, taking it to the foreign to their country, and exploiting their mineral resources. And also he also said, even as regards even the terrorism here in Africa and what have you. Let's look at it as regards Simon Ekpa, the Nigerian government, trying to or arresting Simon Ekpa, talking to the Finnish government to arrest Simon Ekpa. As regards Traore telling Putin that the terrorism here in Africa.
Listen to me. Traore is trying to tell Putin that what Nigeria said about Simon Ekpa was not true. Hello? He's telling Putin that, and Putin himself knows about it, and is aware of it. So Putin, Russia was the one that colonized Finland. Remember, and Russia, Putin knew how Finland got their independence. So the same process and procedure was what the PM himself, Simon Ekpa, it was the same process and procedure. So Putin understands. And that is why he is ever ready And the sun is coming, but he's waiting for us to make a move. He will back it up, and we will get what we want. Whichever way Nigeria wants it, and UK, the British.
So he's trying to vindicate Samanekpa.
Yes, Samanekpa has been finally vindicated. He has been finally vindicated. Don't you see? Don't you see that those people that they say that they arrested together with him have been released freely without any charges? That is to tell you what they are doing is normal thing. You understand me? So don't worry. The spirit of Biafra is still moving. Thank God he has catch up with Traore of Burkina Faso. It will still reflect to every other one. They will keep talking it. And another one, let me tell you this, in case you don't know. Traore, do you know why he's talking about it now? Even discussing it with Putin. Do you know why? Good. Traore love good thing. Traore see it that it is good to have a total freedom. If you go in 1871, that was in America. Go and do research. There was a war between if you hear about KKK, which this guy used to sing, you understand? It was a war between slave masters and the slave themselves. You understand? You understand me? So as a result of that, them now fought that war to make sure that anything called slavery ended. But in Africa, indirectly, Africans are still under slave to their slave masters. That's what Traore is coming out, because he has seen it in nnamdikanu and Samanekpa, and that's why he come out to support the move, to tell and to remind Putin, see another tragedy that is going on, the evil that is still going on in the continent of Africa, which we still need your help, so that Africa will become what it is, as God have made it. God bless you.